Hey y'all, it's Astronaut. Welcome back. Today we're doing a really fun deck video going over Turbo Meloetta in the expanded format. This is probably the most fun I've had playing expanded in a long time. Went through 20 games today and won 17, so not quite as many as Mew VMAX, the video I posted yesterday, but still a really strong deck, and we were winning a lot of those games on the first or second turn. Let's go through the deck. So we are playing 4 copies of Meloetta, and this is the only attack that we'll be using in almost every matchup. Melodious Echo does 70 for each Fusion Strike energy attached to all of your Pokemon. We only play 4 Fusion Strike energy, which means that we are usually doing between 210 or potentially 280 with Melodious Echo if we're able to get all of those in play. We are also playing 4 copies of Genesect V and then a 1/1 Mew VMAX line. I like having Mew in there just because it has more HP, but also for the Max Miracle attack. And if you are getting low on energy, you can use Cross Fusion Strike to copy Genesect's Technoblast to do a bit more damage, even without extra fusions in play. But that's our Pokemon and our energy line. We are playing 4 stadiums. Dimension Valley, each Psychic Pokemon's attacks cost colorless less, which means that our Melodious Echo can be used for only 1 energy, which is fantastic because it allows us to spread out our energy across the board. In terms of supporters, we're playing 4 copies of Elesa Sparkle to accelerate our fusion energy, 1 copy of Gladion to pick out something from our prizes. It's like Peonia, but in this case, we are usually looking for fusion energy, so it's helpful to be able to see all 6 prize cards. And then finally, we are playing 1 copy of Pokémon Ranger to remove effects like Item Lock and Altered Creation GX. For items, we are playing 4 VIP Pass, 4 Cram-o-matic, 4 Quick Ball, and 4 Power Tablet, just like in Standard. But our non-standard items, we are playing 4 copies of Custom Catcher, which is our only gusting effect, so it's very important that we hold on to these. You can play 2 Custom Catcher at once. If you play one of them, you draw until you have 3 cards in hand. Helpful if we're in a really bad spot, need to play 1. But if you play 2, it's a boss's orders. So that is really strong, especially as we're burning through the deck. We'll be able to use custom catchers every single game, and sometimes even be able to play all 4 of them. We are also playing 4 copies of Trainers Mail. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck, choose a trainer, and then shuffle the rest back in. So this is an amazing card. It helps us hit really anything we need. VIP passes early. I've gotten Computer Search off of the Trainer's Mail. You can get your Forest Seal Stone, Elesa Sparkle. This is an amazing consistency card and a huge boost for Fusion Strike decks and Expanded. We're also playing 2 copies of Maintenance, and I would love to play more of these, but because I'm playing the Mew VMAX line, I only have 2. And Maintenance says shuffle 2 cards from your hand into your deck, then draw a card. And that is really helpful because we have a lot of cards like Special Charge that we don't want to discard early in the game. So if we're able to maintenance those back into the deck, it reduces our hand size and means we can draw more with Genesect. We are also playing, as I mentioned, 3 copies of Special Charge to put those fusion energy back into the deck, 1 copy of Field Blower to get rid of tools and stadium cards, 1 Rescue Stretcher to recover Pokemon, and our ace spec is Computer Search. Discard 2 and search your deck for any card. So between Computer Search and Forest Seal Stone, we have basically 2 computer searches on items, which is really amazing. It just boosts our consistency so much, having 2 different outs to that. We're also playing 2 copies of Float Stone to give our Genesect free retreat and get the early attack off. And that is the whole deck. It is very straightforward, very fast, and probably the most aggressive deck in the expanded format. Hey, one last thing, if y'all could please like the video and subscribe, it makes a big difference to me. I'm just making these for fun, trying to share the love of Pokemon, and by liking and subscribing, it helps get my content out there to more people. I have some fun games for you today, so let's jump in. Starting out game 1 versus Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX, arguably the top deck in Expanded. And we're going second, which is what we want because we are going to try and pop off turn 1 with the Meloetta. So Quick Ball getting rid of Psychic Energy, and they're going for the Radiant Eternatus to just get some Shadow Riders straight into play. But what I'm looking at is the 270 HP on the active here. We have 2 Power Tablets in hand, which means that if we can hit Melodious Echo for 210, plus 60 damage from tablets, we will get the knockout. So we will start with the VIP pass, go get Genesect and Meloetta. We want to have the Melo down just so we have something to attach or sparkle to. And then we can Trainers Mail. Perfect, another VIP pass. And with this one, we probably want to grab Meloetta Genesect. Great. Now we can play both of our tablets and draw some cards. So we need an energy, we need the Elesa Sparkle, and something to get rid of the Stadium card so that it turns on our fusion energies. So we can start with, Quick Ball away the Ranger. We definitely don't need that. We almost definitely won't need the Rescue Stretcher, so that's amazing that we got that. We can get the fusion energy, attach that, and sparkle. And yeah, do it to both Meloettas just in case we hit a Field Blower instead of the hard Stadium. And I don't want to play that Power Tablet because we already have Knockout on the active if we're able to get the Stadium bump. And we will need those Power Tablets later for the Shadow Riders. I think I would love to Maintenance for 1 here and get rid of... I guess if we're going to hold one of the last cards, we might as well hold Tablet because we'll want that next turn. And amazing, we got the Computer Search. So we're taking 3 prizes this turn. I don't think that the Meloetta is ever going to be needed. And because we've already taken 3 prizes, we can probably get rid of that custom catcher without much of an issue. And the question here is, do you go for the Stadium or the Field Blower? And I end up going for the Field Blower because the Stadium would reduce their Pokemon costs by 1, which means that they don't need as many energy to get Meloetta. Now they only have 4 cards in hand, but I think they do have a pretty strong 4 cards. So they have the energy to Underworld Door, playing down the Wobbuffet, and they'll hit us with an N. So that's okay because our hand was kind of clunky, but we did love having the Special Charge and Power Tablet in hand. This is okay. It depends on what we get off the Trainer's Mail, but they are just going to smack us with Max Geist for the knockout. So this turn, if we want to get a knockout on this Shadow Rider, it's going to take quite a bit, but we can draw some cards and really go for it. So the first thing we'll do is Trainer's Mail. And we get the Special Charge. I was going to grab the Forest Stone, but the Special Charge is the first thing that I need, so I think I am fine just taking that directly. Cool. We will attach an energy probably to Melo, and then draw some cards with Genesect. Oh, I guess I'm allowed to custom catcher because there was 1 in the discard already. We can get rid of that Escape Rope, Tails, that's okay. Fusion Strike for 4 cards. And we got the Sparkle, which is awesome. Quick Ball, I think I can get rid of a Special Charge because we have 1 left after this. And go grab, oh, there's nothing left, okay. But we do have 2 power tablets, and so we're digging for the tablets this turn after we play our Sparkle, because then we will be able to take a knockout on this active Shadow Rider. So let's start with the Sparkle. You can put one there, one on the Jenny. Just checking one more time. And Fusion Strike System. So we got a Stadium. I can definitely play that. I can Trainers Mail. We got the tablet, which is awesome. So I'm going to tablet for sure. And I don't actually want to get rid of the custom catcher or special charge. So I think I might quick ball the Stadium just to be able to draw extra cards with our last Genesect and try and dig for that power tablet. Let's see if I play the Stadium or quick ball it away. That's for sure happening, and we're going for the quick ball. I think that's the right play. Just thins the deck down by 1 more, and we don't need the Stadium this turn. So yes, that's correct. Let's get rid of that. And we have 1 tablet plus I think our Forest Seal Stone is still in there. And we got the Forest Stone. Amazing. So off the Forest Stone, go get our final tablet. And we are winning the game on our 2nd turn, which is incredible. I love this deck. I think it's so fun. But Shadow Rider is definitely a positive matchup if you can get going quickly. But that was game 1. Let's jump into our next one. So we're starting Lone Genesect. We have a pretty amazing hand for going 2nd. We have the VIP Pass, Tablet, Sparkle, Computer Search, Quick Ball. The Custom Catcher is the only card that is not immediately playable. Same with the Mew VMAX. So they are starting with Gormandize Snorlax. That's very interesting. I don't see that very much in Expanded outside of control decks. But it looks like this is a Lugia deck with the Gormandize to help set up. So they'll get 1 Lugia down, and now our immediate goal becomes double custom catcher that Lugia up and knock it out. Attaching is that a capture energy? Yeah, to get Oranguru. That doesn't feel like the right play. I think you need to go for a 2nd Lugia there, just because this is expanded and anything's possible. Just sort of guarantees the Summoning Star turn 2. But we draw the Genesect, we can VIP Pass, go get Genesect Meloetta, and I should check the rest of my deck to see what's in there. So we have all 4 custom catcher, we have 4 tablets, 3 special charge, we have all 4 of our energy. So we are good to go. We're rolling. Quick Ball, get rid of the Mew VMAX since we probably won't be needing it this game. I want to start with the Genesect just because all of those cards in hand are actually pretty strong. But now that I've drawn into an energy, I have to Sparkle right now. So let's get those on the board. Draw with our 2nd Genesect. This is interesting. I don't really want to get rid of any of these cards is the problem. So I'm going to Cram-o-matic, see if we can hit it. We don't. But if we get a custom catcher or a retreat option, then we're all set. Yeah. So we can computer search away our special charge and our fusion energy, and that's okay because we can always just get them back. With future special charges, go grab ourselves the Float Stone and then custom catcher and knock out that Lugia. And there it is. Melodious Echo for knockout, turn 1. The custom catchers are so strong. I know that there are some lists that play Pokemon Catcher instead, but I would never take the custom catchers out. It just feels like this is the one deck in Expanded where you're really making the most of that card. But for our final match of the day, we're going up against Regidrago, which is another top tier archetype in Expanded. They're going first, and we're going second, which you love to see as Meloetta. But they're getting rid of some Pokemon with their battle compressor. Going and getting a second Draco. On our turn, we don't have a very good hand. The Trainer's Mail might make that better. Let's see, the Flygon doesn't do anything. Timeless GX is a little concerning. And Noivern and Item Lock is a little concerning. I think I Trainer's Mail first. Yeah. And we got a Maintenance. I'll take that. That's fine. We can get rid of the Gladion and Special Charge with the Maintenance. I think I Maintenance first, right? No. There we go. Maintenance first, just see what we drop. And perfect. Quick ball, go get ourselves a Genesect. And the Forest Seal Stone doesn't actually really matter whether that's on the active or the bench. So let's just go get ourselves a VIP pass. I really want to pop off this turn, so that's why I proactively used the Star Alchemy, and I'm just going straight Genesect, try and draw as many cards as possible. There's probably a good argument one of those could have been a Meloetta, but in this case, we actually don't need it because we drew into double Melo. So let's go get ourselves another Melo, bench those, empty the hand, and then draw 6 with our next Genesect. And right now we're looking for Sparkle and Energy, as well as a Power Tablet. And we got all 3, which is incredible. So get those on the field, attach this one probably to the Mew, Power Tablet, and then draw with our last Genesect. Okay, and we have a good hand for next turn. I'm not too worried about them item locking since it only does 50 damage, and that means that they are not removing energy from the field, so we can just respond with a Melodious Echo KO. I think it would have been great to Cram-o-matic and try and get the Escape Rope, but I believe this is the game that Escape Rope was actually prized, so I don't think that would have worked out. We'll see when we take our next prizes if Escape Rope's coming up. But they are going to research discarding the goo, which means that they can Rolling Iron, and I don't like that because it will definitely prevent the KO going in return. But they're just digging through their deck, getting rid of all those cards they don't need. Let's see if they can get a second benched Pokemon, because we can technically take a knockout if we're able to get all 4 Fusion Energy in play, plus 3 Power Tablets. We have 3 left, and that would hit through the Goodra Rolling Iron. But they do get another Drago onto the bench, so yeah, there's their Apex Dragon. That means on our turn, it really is going to come down to what we hit off of these Cram-o-matics, but... Oh, the Timeless GX. Oh, I forgot that was an option. So they're taking a prize, and I don't want to give up energy here. I want to keep those in play. So I'm going to just promote a Genesect and force them to take a bigger knockout. They can still Rolling Iron, and I don't mind that much, but I would rather keep the energy in play and keep the Meloetta in play because we already have 2 in the discard. So they're getting rid of a couple more, getting another Regidrago VSTAR in play. But even if they go up 3 prizes, we're not up 3 prizes, but even if they get to 3 prizes remaining, I am not too concerned because we only need 2 knockouts, and they will still need 2 knockouts after they go down to 3, which means that if we're able to get a response KO, we are still ahead in the prize race, and this won't be too much of a problem. So Field Blower getting rid of the Seal Stone, that is a-okay for us, we already used it. And I love to see the Crobat there on the bench because that is a very easy 2 prizes for us. So because it's not just Regidragos, we should be okay. Again, it just comes down to what we hit off these Cram-o-matics, what we draw into, but I'm feeling pretty confident in this one. So there's the Rolling Iron, which means that it's going to be very difficult to knock out this active. If I can get custom catchers to kill that one on the bench, that would be ideal. So we'll start with the Cram. We need a Special Charge. So I think I go for that first. Oh no, we have one in hand. In that case, yeah, I like getting custom catcher. Just get the first piece of the puzzle and then we can try and get the second piece in a moment. So Special Charge, put that energy back in. Bench the Genesect, Cram-o-matic away the Quick Ball probably. I guess we can Sparkle first, that's fine. Yeah. And Mew. Okay, put it on Mellow. See, I probably should have grabbed the other Mellow first, but that's okay. We'll attach that there, and Fusion Strike System. We got the Stadium, which is great. Let's see what we get off the Trainers Mail. The other Custom Catcher, amazing. So we do have a knockout on the benched Regidrago VSTAR, and I don't think we need we don't need Power Tablet this turn, so we can just hold on to that. We're already hitting 280. So I think it's just draw a couple more with Genesect. We are down 2 Custom Catcher. So we have 2 more for next turn to take the final knockout. I can Trainer's Mail, but at this point I already have what I need. Let's go into that Mellow with 1 energy since I do have the Stadium and take our big KO. And there's the Escape Rope. So yeah, it was prized as well as our last Custom Catcher. We wouldn't have been able to Escape Rope early on. But if that hadn't been prized, I would have loved to Cram-o-matic for that to try and remove the Regidrago that had energy on their first turn. But I assume they're promoting the VSTAR after a little pause here. And if they go for a Rolling Iron, then it's just a matter of whether we can get the last knockout on the Crobat, presumably. Okay, so they will VSTAR themselves, discard their top 7 cards of their deck, and let's see what they get back. I'm not sure there's too much they can do. If they have an N, I think that would be a great play right now. But maybe they need to get a bit more creative since we can just keep drawing cards with Genesect. So it's the VS Seeker Giant Hearth. VS Seeker going to grab a Guzma. Interesting. So I guess they're taking out the Meloetta with more energy on it. I think that's a good play too. Forces the Special Charge. Just make it a bit harder for us. And they have their own Special Charge, getting their Double Dragon energy. But on our turn, we have the Custom Catchers, we have the Power Tablet, the Stadium, and all we need at this point is 1 more Power Tablet, and we can take a knockout on Crobat V. Sonic Volume, what does that one do? Sonic Volume, I can't play any special energy from my hand, but I still can use Melodious or Elesa Sparkle. So we can start getting rid of one of our stadiums with their stadium. Let's see what's in there. We have Computer Search, we have Double Tablet, we have Sparkle, and Special Charge. So we should have this thing wrapped up, and the Computer Search definitely does it. Just double checking everything. You can never be too sure, but let's put that stadium in play for sure. Double custom. I don't even need that though. I guess maybe I didn't see it immediately, but I had the Computer Search, so I didn't even need to Cram-o-matic. But let's draw a couple cards. Computer Search. I'm doing 170. Computer Search, there it is. Doesn't matter what we get rid of. Let's go grab that last tablet and take the win over Regidrago VSTAR. This is definitely a top tier deck right now. All three of these actually that we played against, but the power of Meloetta Melodious Echo putting in a lot of work for us. Hey, welcome back. I wanted to take a final look at the list and go over some potential changes that you could make. The first thing is that a lot of lists I've seen out there don't play the 1/1 Mew VMAX, so you can feel free to cut that. I know some other lists don't play Custom Catcher, but I think that's a mistake, and you should definitely be playing Custom Catcher. The only cards that I would add that are not currently in the list are 1 to 2 copies of Battle Compressor, between 1 to 2 or 1 to 3 copies of Ultra Ball. I don't think it's really necessary, especially if you are cutting the Mew VMAX, then everything is searchable with Quick Ball and Battle VIP Pass, so not much of a reason to have Ultra Ball, but it is always a good thinning card and helps you set up in the early game. And you can also play 1 to 2 copies of Guzma to supplement your custom catchers. You could add more copies of Maintenance, going up to 3 or 4 of those, as well as adding 1 copy of Forest Sealstone, just so it's an extra consistency boost, but it also means if they Field Blower away your Sealstone before you get the chance to use it, you have a backup. Other than that, I would not change the list. It feels pretty optimized already, and it's just about those last like 2 to 3 spots where you want to put them. But I've been rocking this so far, and it's been a lot of fun, very successful. I definitely recommend you try it out, especially if you enjoy Mew in Standard, because this is like Mew on steroids. So thank you for watching. Please like the video, and I will catch you next time.